Welcome to my madness once again, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at these three Mcfarlane Witcher figures. So from The Witcher Wild Hunt, we've got Ciri and Eredin Breacc Glas. I mean, that's basically the way it looks like you're supposed to say his name, Breacc Glas. I don't know if it is because I've never played The Witcher. And then, of course, in the center, we've got, from the Netflix series, we've got Geralt of Rivia. This is his kind of, I don't know, half zombie look. Look, I'll be real honest with you guys. I've never played the games, I've never read the books, and I have watched the Netflix series, and honestly, wasn't that impressed. And I'm a fan of Henry Cavill, but the Netflix series just, honestly, to me, not that great. But I like Mcfarlane toys, and these look like cool figures, and then we'll go into price at the end of the video, but I got these really, really cheap. And, you know, it's kind of hard to pass up on. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, crack these guys open, and see what we've got inside. Alright, so we got them out of the package. Let's go over accessories real quick. First, you do get the obligatory stands that you get with everything from Mcfarlane. You do get some sort of effect there for Ciri. And then, of course, they each get a weapon. We've got Ciri's sword right here, which looks pretty nice. Nice detailing there. Matches her outfit. Then, of course, you got the sword there, comes out. Then, of course, you've got Mr. Breacc Glas and his huge sword right there. And then you get Geralt, who gets this thing. I mean, it's nice, but you get that. That's what you... I mean, seriously, like, look at the difference in these swords. So, yeah, he gets the little one. I guess maybe he's not trying to overcompensate for anything, if you know what I mean. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, let's look at the figures themselves. I think they've done a pretty good job. I gotta say, just looking at these things here, taking them out of the package, like, these are really well done. And as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of The Witcher, and certainly not the biggest fan of The Witcher TV show, but I really like these figures. The detail and sculpt on these things, the paint is really, really nice on these. We'll start with Ciri here, and you can see, I mean, they've done a very good job. I mean, if you look at the boots and the texture on the pants and the legs, the hair sculpt, the face looks great. They've done a great job on this figure. I would dare say this is probably better than any of the female figures we've gotten from the DC Multiverse line. I mean, this is really, really nice. I like this figure quite a bit. And then, of course, on all these figures, standard Mcfarlane articulation applies here, so there's really nothing to go over there. But it's a really, really well done figure. I like that one quite a bit. Now, this one here was the one that I was most excited about, Mr. Breacc Glas here, just because, I mean, he's a cool, like, skull-faced knight. I mean, what's not to love about that? And I gotta say, I'm not disappointed, man. I'm really, really not disappointed. This thing looks great. You know, everything from the sculpt on the legs to the feet, you know, the bones coming across the chest, the head sculpt there with the skull face and the crown. You know, I mean, everything's on there. Even this piece right here, you know, it's nice and flexible. You know, you've got the pieces here around the arms that look nice, well sculpted. The armor pieces, I mean, this guy looks great. He looks fantastic. I mean, you could do a lot with him. Just having him on a shelf with other figures doesn't even have to be anything for The Witcher. I mean, he just looks great as a good medieval bad guy. Fantastic job there. I was really, really excited to get him. He was the one I was the most excited about, and I am not disappointed at all. And then, of course, we got Geralt. Just a solid black costume here for Geralt. We've got the cold blue white skin where he's, you know, looking possessed because his powers have taken over him. Forgive me, Witcher fans who don't know all the details of what the deal is when he turns white. Again, just not my thing. We've got the sheath there on the back for the sword. And it's a pretty basic sculpt, but it's really, really well done. I mean, it looks really nice. You got the pockets there, you know, on the leg. You've got all the little rivets that are painted there on his outfit. I mean, really, really nice. I gotta say, again, I'm repeating myself, but as somebody who's not the biggest fan of The Witcher, I'm really, really digging these figures. So, well done to Mcfarlane for these. Let's go ahead and throw up some other figures just for some comparisons, see how these guys stack up, and we will go from there. All right, so just for kind of a cluster of 7-inch scale comparisons here. On the left, we've got Superwoman from the DC Multiverse line from Mcfarlane. We've got NECA's Lothar from Defenders of the Earth. We've got Scareglow from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line from Mattel. And then, of course, we've got DC Collectibles Essentials, Batman, Rebirth. And I mean, these figures look fantastic. In fact, I mean, these 3 Witcher figures, I mean, well, minus the Lothar, which is a phenomenal figure, I think these 3 Witcher figures are the best looking figures sitting here right now. And I love this Superwoman figure. In fact, I think it's the best female figure we've gotten in the DC Multiverse line from Mcfarlane. But I'm gonna be honest, this Ciri figure is better. I mean, it just is. It's better detail, you know, and I get it, it's Superwoman, so she's bigger, but detail, proportions, everything, great female figure there. All right, so let's talk about price here real quick. Now, I picked all these guys up at GameStop before Christmas. Like I said, they've been sitting for a while before I finally decided to open them up and do a video. And so I got them at ridiculously low prices. I think I got all these guys at just a hair under 10 bucks a piece, probably 9 something a piece, give or take, when they were doing that big clearance plus 50% off sale. So obviously I got a great deal on these. You can't find them at that price anymore. Maybe next year, if they're still around, you might be able to find them. But for now, you're going to be looking at prices, whether it's GameStop, Amazon, stuff like that, probably in the $16 to $18 range a piece for these. Now, is it worth it at that price, 16 to 18 bucks? Well, as Witcher figures, if you're a fan, then yeah, absolutely it is. If you're not a fan of Witcher, then, you know, I don't know if you're really going to be interested in these outside of the fact that they are just fantastic figures. Now, maybe you're a customizer and these are really cool sculpts and really good paint that you could probably do a lot with if you really wanted to. I certainly think you could, and definitely might even be an option for me. I don't know, or I might just decide to leave them as is because even though, again, I'm not the biggest Witcher fan, these things just look phenomenal, and honestly, yeah, I do think they're worth the 16 to 18 bucks, even as not really a fan of Witcher. So I kind of got to give them 2 thumbs up, guys. I think these things are great. These are really, really well done. I think they're better than a lot of the stuff Mcfarlane puts out. They're just a little bit higher up, you know, just a notch above what they're usually doing. And honestly, I bought them because they were cheap, but I am pleasantly surprised with what I've got here. But would love to know what you guys think. So if you've got these figures or been looking at them, what do you think of them? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. And always remember to enjoy your collection.